Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Rosten's Review. This is Rosten's Review for week 27 here at school. Week 27 is in the books, 12 more weeks till summer vacation. I can't wait to have that nice summer, long summer days of just hanging out and relaxing with my family and kicking back and enjoying the summer weather. Whew! Do you smell that? It's Friday. We did it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So week 27 was a big one for us here in Mr. Rosten's Social Studies class. We traveled the Silk Road. So basically what we did was I created different cities along the Silk Road within my classroom as a gallery walk. You went and visited those cities over a 4-class period time. And then you created a Silk Road journal as if you were a traveler on the Silk Road. So let's take a look at the Silk Road journal that you guys created. All right, so here it is. The first thing we did was we created our Silk Road name and how old we were, and we had to keep in mind that people did things at younger ages back in ancient times. So ages range from like 10 or 11 all the way up to 25, 30. Then you had to pick your occupation and what you did as part of your job in the occupation and description. And based on your job was where you were from. So you had a couple of different options as far as what job you could have had. You could have been a caravan leader. You could have been a caravan guide. You could have been a Han official, a merchant, or a soldier. So based on what job you had was based on your place of birth. Then you had to come up with a purpose for traveling the Silk Road. You had to come up with some family members if you had any. And last but not least, you had to give me one piece of personal information about your Silk Road traveler. So once you did all that, we started to travel around the Silk Road. And our first stop is at the beginning right here in Changan. And we started our journey. And then at the bottom of this document on my wall, there was your journal entry 1, and it says, you are ready to head west from Changan to the easternmost city on the Silk Roads. You look at a map to get a sense of what lies ahead of you. You will be taking the main Silk Road route, not the southern route. What difficulties do you think you will face? What else are you thinking as you wait to leave? So you came up with a journal entry as if you were about to leave on your travels on the Silk Road. Some of you talked about the fears you had. Some of you talked about how excited you were. It really was pretty cool to see what you guys came up with for your first city along the Silk Road. So then you traveled to 4 other cities. You got to analyze 4 other documents. Here were some cave drawings. Then we went through the Gobi Desert. We then went to Maracanda. My apologies, Maracanda, the city of Maracanda. And last but not least, we finished up at Tanakh, which was the end of the Silk Road, okay? So you took all these primary and secondary sources and you used them to create a journal entry. And it was pretty cool. It was really fun to see you guys interacting with each other. Some of you decided to trade with one another. Some of you decided to be enemies along the Silk Road. Some of you decided to be family members and travel the Silk Road together. So it really was a cool activity to see. So all your Silk Road journals, your final drafts were due today. I know my orange class did not have me, but you are still responsible for handing that in. So if you did not hand it in and you handed it in on Monday, it is going to be late. All right. So next week, I will share with you what we did on Friday. I'm not going to spill the beans for orange class because, don't want to do that. Everybody should get the same surprise that everybody's going to get on Friday or Monday for orange class. All right, so that's what we did in social studies this week. Remember, we've got a few important things coming up next week. Next Friday is the end of trimester 2. So like I said at the end of the video last week, make sure you're checking Power School and checking in with your teachers during team enrichment to make up any missed work you might have. What else is coming up? We got a field trip coming up the first week in April, so make sure you get in those permission slips. And I think that's it. That's all I got. Oh, there's something else exciting happening next week. Pitchers and catchers start for high school baseball. Oh yeah, air high five. Nice. like it. All right, so baseball starts. So unfortunately, next week will be my last Rosten's Review for a little while. I apologize. But I do coach. I am an assistant varsity coach at one of the local high schools. So Rosten's Reviews will be put on hold for a little bit, probably till the middle of PBL. All right. And that's all I got for you today on Rosten's Review. Remember, if you need me, I'm just an email away. You can email me on my school email, or you can send me a private message on Google Classroom, and it gets sent right to my phone, and I can message you right back. All right? So I hope you guys have a great weekend this weekend. Remember, take some time to recharge the batteries. Come back strong on Monday, giving 110%, because you know we're going after it on Monday in ancient Greece. All right, friends, have a great weekend. Be kind to one another. Peace be with you, and with you, I'm out.